The Maya are one of the oldest living cultures on Earth. For many thousands of years, the Maya have maintained and cared for their environment. We studied the stars, tracked the movements of the planets, and developed a sophisticated set of calendars to pass down our knowledge through generations. Before the West even developed their first telescope, the Maya had built sophisticated observatories used to synchronize and maintain our calendars over long periods of time. To the Maya, religion and science were not separate, they were one, and were taught as one. The ancestors developed an elaborate set of principles that has been applied to our religion, philosophy, science, architecture, medicine, and all aspects of our culture. These principles arose out of a single spiritual idea, that the entirety of the universe is permeated by sacred energy, and as the universe unfolds, it constantly reveals the sacred. According to the ancestors, humans are harmonized with this divine energy, and the divine manifests in the countless life forms that inhabit our universe. All of nature is a reflection of the divine. The cultural core of Mayan existence is Panche Be, meaning the search for the root of truth. Using logic, our ancestors found the true nature of things. We discovered the intimate relationship between God, humans, and numbers, and with this knowledge we understood that all life is a reflection of the cosmic consciousness.
In the beginning, there was nothing. All was darkness. There was only the Creator, Hunab-Ku. The Creator was thought without form, the Divine One, boundless and absolute. Hunab-Ku awakened from the dreamless sleep of 13 eternities and emanated out of his own will, the heart of heaven, a one-dimensional emanation of Hunab-Ku's own divinity. The heart of heaven was the recipient of all potentialities. Its only dimension, length, disappeared into the non-existent breadth and height, and set in motion the process of cosmic evolution in planes of existence so spiritual that only the eye of the mystic can perceive it. Space was not, since there was nothing to contain it. Time was not, since there were no events to divide it. There was only the incomprehensible divinity of Hunab-Ku, permeating the heart of heaven which slumbered for 7 eternities. Then, by the power of his word, Hunab-Ku thrilled the heart of heaven. Awakening from its dreamless sleep, heart of heaven emanated the 7, 1 in essence, 7 in manifestation. The manifestations of the 7, Itzamna, Zakol, Bitol, Tepu, Gukumats, Alom, and Kaholom, each had dominion over and were identified with a cosmic dimension, and later a cardinal direction and colour. The 7 had the innate compulsion to create, so they took counsel and unanimously decided to say the word that would create the new dimension of breadth. Manifesting through the heart of heaven, breadth extended infinitely through the 4 quarters. Itzamna, Tepu, and Gukumats marked the cosmic center with 3 green stones. Zakol sat on a black stone in the west quarter, Bitol on a red stone in the east, Alom on a white stone in the north, and Chaholom on a yellow stone in the south. Each tried in vain to create progeny to help organize and administer his dominion, but none could create. Not even the 3 in the center acting together could create. After many independent attempts, the 7 still remained alone, floating like sparks of darkness in the homogeneous chaos of the heart of heaven. Taking counsel at the center, the 7 marveled that each had independently attempted to take the same course of action and failed. They agreed that creating progeny to populate their dominions was the right thing to do. Together, they said the word once again. The blue-green light of differentiation filled the void, and their progeny, the seeds of heaven, earth, and the waters of the underworld, became manifest. All things were confounded within the 2-dimensional universe, the Chachan, where generation after generations of denizens, the seeds of the worlds to be, lived and had their being. At that moment of creation, the 7 knew that any action of creation could only be realized if the 7 were together and with absolute concordance. The creative acts of the seven started cosmic evolution. The ethereal differentiated into substances, each attracted to and attracting its opposite, merging into each other and modifying its own essence into a duality that completely transformed its forces into something new, which balanced its own innate characteristics. Each was akin to its own substance, the spiritual never changing its divinity, the ethereal becoming ether, the material becoming matter. Separating the waters of Zabalba and the spiritual realm of the creators with the tree of the world, the third dimension was created. The Creator spun the thread, a thread that connects us all and set in motion the process of the evolution of life. Now there were different regions, the spiritual, the material, and the underworld, connected only through the world tree, whose roots are in the underworld, its branches is the world of matter, and its crown in the spiritual realm of the heavens.